would have loved to see Kenobi, the show. Like, yes, we saw their fight on Mustafar. Yes, we saw it. But now we're seeing Anakin and Obi-Wan fight raw, unprecedented. Like, and it was when he was like, you didn't kill Anakin. I did. And I feel like if they would have went way more in depth, maybe a little bit better on the fighting, maybe a little bit better on, like, digging into the...
A lot of talking about killing Anakin tonight.
And that's the thing, is like, I don't want to kill Anakin. I love Anakin. I just think, when you think of key lightsaber duels in anything, like, Anakin and Obi-Wan is one of, if not the best, saber fight ever. And not including Clone Wars, not including any of that stuff, because Clone Wars has the bounds of animation and stuff like that, so where they could take leaps ahead. But when it comes to their fight, when it flashes back to them practicing in the temple, to them fighting actually for real. And it's really just, I feel like they could have pushed it a little further to where maybe Obi-Wan shows a little more emotion. Maybe he gets a little, he loses control. He loses himself. And I feel like they just stick to they stay between the lines so hard when it comes to these shows and the stories, because they don't want to break canon. They don't want to do anything like that. They want to do this. They're not willing to push those limits to where I feel like if they would have maybe pushed Obi-Wan a little further to maybe show that, he had a little dark side in him too. He was pissed that the dark side took Anakin from him. That was his brother. Yeah. Like, I feel like if they would have dove into that a little bit more, I may have been even more hooked on that show than I already was, because I love that show. That show was great.
Really? I hate that show.
You hated Kenobi? I hated Leia. Leia was annoying.
That for sure was horrible.
Yes, but I genuinely did enjoy Kenobi. I thought it was really good. I
enjoyed aspects of Kenobi. I had a lot of issues with Kenobi. It was mainly due to just, I feel like it was poorly written and poorly executed.
And that's what I'm saying. And it's like they stick to these lines. They're not willing to change much. And it's
they play it too safe way too often.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
And it's super frustrating. And I get it. You kind of have to set up Obi-Wan in the new movies and so on. But yeah, I didn't buy any of the villains in that series. Yeah. Except Darth Vader, and Anakin is great. He is, like, Hayden Christensen in that role is awesome. Like, when you see part of his face,
is meant to be that role.
Yeah, he kills it, and he's a great guy in real life, which is awesome to see. But he is, I see what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying. I would have changed a lot about that show, and it would have been a lot more, I think, intense in terms of how I approached it.
I will say I do like Ahsoka more than I like Kenobi.
I do. I think Ahsoka is a better show than Kenobi, for sure.
100%.
I think that if you were to take, like, conceptually, if you were to take the concept, or not the concept, if you were to take the quality of that show and put it on a random TV show that wasn't Star Wars IP, nobody would have talked about it. No. Nobody would have cared.